Hey, here's some comments. You guys are back. Hey guys, I don't know what happened to the live stream. It just like hard crash. I don't know what's going on with that. Um, so we're at the Wake County Sheriff's Office here in Raleigh, North Carolina. We're at the downtown like main office. Um, Trying to do records requests. We've had a few different people. Donkey Watch. I think it's somebody said it was paint. Um, Jeff said it was paint. So we're trying to get records. We have people shutting the doors on us, shutting the doors on my arms, shutting the doors on my toes, open toe shoes. Shut the door on my cane, and then they kicked my cane. And we tried to get the names of the people that did it. One of them said like her name was Sierra or Sierra. Tried to get in the give us the spelling of the name, and she refused. So they're letting people come and go to do business, and for some reason are not allowing me and Jeff to do business. And we've asked for a supervisor. That was probably 30 minutes ago. We asked, so I'm getting ahead of myself. We tried to get the records here. They sent us across, or not across the street, but right next door to the Justice Center. So we went through there, went through their security, tried to find the records for the sheriff's office there. And they're like, no, that's the wrong place. You need to go back to the sheriff's office. So we talked to a deputy there, asked him to have a supervisor meet us out front to help us with this situation, since we're getting sent back and forth. And that was probably 30 minutes ago or more. And then we came over here and they did the same thing, tried closing the door on me, jerked the door like into me, and yeah, we've been asking for supervisors, and they keep letting people come in and do business, and for some reason are stopping us from doing business. Head donkey, I don't know. It's crazy, man. I don't know how many different employees have come through here and won't even respond to us. Like we keep asking for a supervisor, and people from inside are like, just come in, close the door. You know, and they're not being responsive. So I don't know what's going on. If you guys want to call, this is Wake County Sheriff's Office in Raleigh. So you need a supervisor, sir? Hello. So there you go. That's the kind of non-professionalism is here at the Wake County Sheriff's Office. Trying to do records, get some records requests in. So if they're not letting us even in the building. They're letting other people in to do business. But because we're asking for records, for police records, that can expose some of the corruption that they have going on, they're not letting us in. And thank you, Mrs. Justice. We're trying to get access to public records. You have a supervisor? You have a supervisor? Hello, robot. Yeah, you can put as many numbers as you want for them. Like, you guys have a supervisor? Do you have a supervisor? Excuse me, you have a supervisor? I get a supervisor, please? This is their downtown headquarters, Wake County Sheriff's Office. Hey, do you have a supervisor? There you go. So, I don't know if you guys can see inside. Let me know if you can see inside. Give me one if you can. Sergeant? Yeah, Sydney. Middle door is a sergeant. Back against the window. Okay. How about over here? Does that work? Blocking the camera? Okay. Higher. Oh, okay. How about here? Does that work? You guys get it right here? Thanks, next. One. Good. Nervous little piggy. Good. Perfect. Okay. All right. What do you guys get? You guys seeing? Signs blocking camera? You guys have a supervisor? No? How's this? Any good apples? Thanks, next. Good right here. Hey, do you guys have a supervisor? You have a supervisor? Excuse me. Do you have a supervisor? Hello? Excuse me. Do you have a supervisor? You just kicked my cane again? They, they said they don't have supervisor. Yeah. No, it's not that we think that they have supervisors that actually will help. It's more of let's show the world that this is how they treat the public, and that they could absolutely choose to have a supervisor that wants to help. However, they're not doing that. They're instead denying access, and have gotten physical on a few times here. And that guy just kicked my white cane out. Oh, we just like knock on the door a bunch until we get somebody to answer. This is Raleigh, Wake County Sheriff's Office. Hi, I'm trying to get a supervisor. Do you have a supervisor available? Excuse me, do you work here? Hey, does that guy work here? Hey, can you identify yourself, please? You have a supervisor? Excuse me, you have a supervisor?
Yes, sir. How you doing? I've been bothered for a couple of weeks. I'm just trying to see what's going on before it expires. Okay. After the I'll let you in. Okay. You help me?
So why is it you're treating the public with disdain? Why is it you don't want to identify yourself? Hello? You just made contact with my hand. What's that?
Yeah, that is paint, right? They let you in.
They're letting some people in. They're discriminating against me for some reason. I don't know why they're not letting me in. Yeah. This was open. So yeah. I'm sorry, what?
Exit the building, please.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
I didn't touch you. So I just need to try to get assistance. You're assisting people, but for some reason you're not assisting me. Please stop hitting me with the door. Okay. Why are you guys doing this? Right? Okay. You're doing business. What do you mean it's closed? So you just hit me again. Physical contact. You're sitting here saying the business is closed, but yet they're doing business right in front of us. They're taking people in to do business, and they've been doing so for like probably an hour now. Yeah, just doing some backup recording over here somewhere. Yeah, you can call local news. They've had refusing service to a blind veteran for over an hour, allowing other people to go in front. They're refusing access to public records. So they absolutely denying access to public records, which is against the state records law, open records law. They're discriminating. They're violating the state law on anti-discrimination, which is NCGS 168A. Um, and they've made physical contact with me probably half a dozen times, either directly, like with shoulder bumps and elbows, or uh, with the door, like pull the door into me, into my foot and my toes, because I'm not wearing closed-toe shoes. They've kicked my cane. They've kicked my assistive device, my white cane, a couple times. Two different people. and they are failing to identify. They are refusing to give their identification and refusing to provide a supervisor. Yeah, Wake County Sheriff's Office. What's up?
Got a fellow, Jacob is here. At his gym corner.
All right.
He seen you was live.
Yeah, I'm live right now. What's
Yeah,
up?
I was watching, man.
You're live on the internet. You want to say hi?
What's up, internet?
Yeah.
Camera shots. Don't point that motherfucker.
All
right. No, you don't. They was like, y'all don't have our permission. I said, man, we don't need your permission. Yeah.
Yeah, these people aren't
I
giving
got
that.
fucking mad respect for what you do, man. And the fact that you are blind probably keeps you from damn letting your emotions get in.
Have a cigarette, I'm sorry.
I don't smoke.
A cigarette?
You need a cigarette? I got you one. You from New York City?
Yeah.
I hear you.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good one.
Yeah, man, I'll give you a card if you want.
Yeah, I just gave him a bunch of mine.
All right.
Cool. Appreciate you, man. Give them help. Keep them accountable. Yeah.
We're trying.
We're trying to. We've
They're-
been here trying to get.
They're about an hour.
Yeah.
They're not letting us in. They're not letting us access to records. They're not giving their names. They're not getting a supervisor.
I seen the second time you got pushed out the door.
Yeah.
That's about the third time.
Yeah. Yeah. They said we're not doing business.
Look what they're doing.
They said business is closed as they have people come and go.
I'm a big guy, man. Yeah, right. I don't deny I'm a fat ass.
Something up here.
So anyway, I'm here to give you a receipt so that we can go forward with this. I think it's not. They're just going to have to pay the phone.
Get a supervisor. Where? Okay. Do you have the name? Do you have the name of the sergeant? You don't? Yeah. What's your name? What's your name? Hmm.
You know,
Yeah. Do you have a supervisor? You have a supervisor? I've been waiting for about an hour to get records. Have anybody here that can do records requests?
Yeah, approved everything and already my check already, but they asked me to.
Who's this guy? You have a name?
I don't know.
I went and
I got it recorded, so I can probably play it back.
Insane.
This is ridiculous, huh? You wonder why we get paint all over the doors and crap, right? Wonder why.
Yeah, it starts with paint. It ends with like this building coming down. You know.
Yep. Tyranny at its best, right here, buddy. Is it alive? Yes.
Yeah.
I looked at it when I was over there. And
That's right. It froze. I just restarted it.
oh, okay.
Yeah. I have no idea what the title is. I just like put
Yeah,
some.
the thumbnail is me putting the peace sign up. You can't see you really.
Yeah, I have no idea what the title is of this. I just try to
I
put
don't
something in
remember.
and get live again.
I'll look at it. No, I'm about what?
Anybody call local news? Somebody said that guy was a sergeant.
I don't know how many strikes he's got. He's got three strikes.
What's up, Taz?
If I need to go live, I will. I think
You
we got
guys,
to go.
anybody able to get a hold of anyone to come out, supervisor? Need somebody higher than a sergeant, evidently.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, 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 no way. Yeah. Keep letting people in, but they said nobody's allowed in.
Right.
So I don't get that.
The title is A.
Huh?
All right. So recap is Jeff from Jeff is Here Autos, or NC Tire and Hunter, and I are out in downtown Raleigh and checking on state and county and city government. We were trying to get some records here from the Wake County Sheriff's Department, and it was probably 2 hours ago now that we came here initially and told them we're here to do records requests, and they, stopped us at the door, pushed us out the door, um, pulled the door into me, into my shoulder, trapped my cane, and then kicked my cane out of the door, and told us that we had to go next door to the justice office or justice center to get the sheriff's department records. So we went over there, went through security, went to a few different departments, and wasn't able to get sheriff's department records. They directed us back over here. We came back over here, and um, same thing. We tried to get the names of the two females that were using physical force to hit us at the door and kick my mobility device, my white cane. And one of them said her name was like Ciro or Sierra. I asked for the spelling, and she would refuse to identify, refused to spell her name. So we asked for a supervisor. We actually asked for a supervisor before we left the Justice Center. Some sheriff's deputy there said he was going to call to have a supervisor meet us here. And we've been asking probably for an hour to talk to a supervisor to resolve this, since they're picking and choosing who they're doing business with and discriminating against me. We don't know whether it's because we are exercising the First Amendment for freedom of the press, or if it's because I'm blind. We have no idea, but there is some form of discrimination happening, or they're picking and choosing who they're doing business with and refusing to do business with us.
So I need to social distance from me, you don't have on a mask, and I was in line before you.
No, we've been here for over an hour.
No, I was in line before you.
Well, you can believe whatever you want. We've been here over an hour.
I just need you to step back a little bit because
Okay.
you don't have on a mask.
That's all right.
I apologize, but, I mean,
No, I need to see.
the mask.
I'll be back, okay?
Yeah.
Not if you're a free person. If you're a slave, then yeah, you follow the requirements and the chains of the masters, and that makes sense. If you're a free person, then no. Thanks, many pants. Yeah, somebody said like there's an evolution of Karen. I think that Karen's grandma is called Gertrude. All right,
I will. I gotta hear.
you guys want to call? This is the Wake County Sheriff's Office. Wake County Sheriff's Office. crazy. You doing okay? All right. Last burn. Yeah, people don't remember what the word American was synonymous with. Traitor, rebel, somebody that agreed with freedom. Same thing with like they don't remember their religious roots either. You have the majority of the self-proclaimed Christians in America identify as Protestant and in the name protest, uh, and so they don't understand. They want their masters to help give them permits or give them licenses or give them whatever. Like they want affection from their masters, so they pay them money to get a piece of paper, and it's very sick. It's like Stockholm syndrome, where you have the enslaved, the imprisoned is endeared. They're in love or they're infatuated with their master. It's very pathologic. Um, Yo, Jefe, where you at? Yo, Tyron Hunter, where'd you go? Hey, man, you live? You want to post here? They said the courthouse was nearby. Where's that?
Right across the street.
It is? All right. Good way to. Yeah, you stay here, see if a supervisor comes. I'm going to go try across the street.
30 feet straight.
This way?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you might want to go there.
I will do that. You guys let me know when I get to this crosswalk. Oh, tree. All right, we got a slope. Here we go. We're at the Wake County Sheriff's Office trying to get a supervisor to assist because they're refusing to give us any assistance. We're trying to get public records at the Sheriff's Office. And now we're over at the Wake County, another Wake County building. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, it's a slope going downhill. At DSS. Hey, what? I'm sorry, what?
Huh?
What offices are here? What office? Uh, Thank you. All right, so I talked with Staley, a guy from the sheriff's department called. He said his name was Staley. All right,
Cut and dry.
what's up? Oh yeah. All right, cool. Where they at? Anybody here work for the sheriff's department? Somebody here work for the sheriff's department? You work for the sheriff's department? I'm trying to get assistance. We've been asking for a supervisor for like an hour. Can you help us get a supervisor out here? All right, thank you.
I was working on the Raleigh on the south side of the county. And, I passed back and forth by the governor's mansion and all this shit and everything.
Sir, we're looking for a supervisor. Okay. Can you help us out?
I'll go see what they want.
Yeah, somebody that's over a sergeant, like a lieutenant or above. Pretty crazy. Hey, Umberto. How's it going? All right. So we're at Wake County Sheriff's Department or Sheriff's Office. We've been here well over an hour, probably close to two. We're trying to get some records, public records, and they're denying us access. They're letting all these other people come and go. They've gone physical a few times and closed us in the door. And we've asked for a supervisor to try to help resolve the situation. Hey, you guys have a supervisor available? And hello? Hey, you have a supervisor?
Are you talking to someone on the phone or?
No, somebody just came out.
Yeah, somebody come on and then apparently you have to wait and then they come and walk them down
Oh, okay.
individually.
Yeah.
I don't really know why.
What are you here to do?
Hello, sir. Oh, yes, I'm accepting a judgment payment. So I have a letter to drop off and I need to pay the sheriff's office.
Okay. Oh, yes, yes. I remember that.
And this gentleman here's fine, so you can make sure he gets help. So,
He's fine. Thank you.
No, you guys haven't done any assistance. You're actually refusing assistance. So
What do you need, sir?
I'm trying to get access to public records.
What kind of public record?
So
Did you go to the clerk's office?
yes, they don't have you guys' records. We need sheriff's department records. We're trying
What
to
kind
get.
of records?
Are you the one that's the custodian
What
of the
kind of
records?
records?
Are you the custodian of the records?
What kind of records?
Well, first off, we're trying to get the name of everybody that's
Because
working
I
here
need
today.
to get you to the right division.
Right. So
I'll help you, sir. Look at you. What do you need?
do I just wait here?
Yes, sir. Just wait right
Okay,
here.
What was he found out?
he was trying to say what kind of records, and then he wouldn't let me talk.
Why did he ask if he didn't want to assist?
Because somebody over here is actually trying to get me assistance, and
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know, they're doing it different than usual. I don't know if it's because of the virus or
Well,
what.
it is, but we've been out here for over 45 minutes, and all we want is
It's
your
close to
record.
2 hours because if you can count the time over there and over here.
Yeah, been right here in this vicinity for about 2 hours.
Yeah. So they don't want the public to see what kind of records they have,
Yeah.
like police, like actually sheriff department records.
Yeah.
And they're preventing us from getting access. They've actually closed the door on me a couple times. Like they
Shoved
trapped
him
my
out the
cane and
way.
then kicked my cane.
What?
Yeah. And we keep asking for a supervisor.
If you do a blind man like that, what are you going to do to a normal citizen, right?
We keep asking for a supervisor.
What time is your appointment?
Actually, I do another appointment. I'm trying to go online, and it's an on appointment time for food. Take care of conceal. And I need to do it before.
Okay, we have the ID share.
Good 50 people helped already,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
They just say I'm this guy.
Are you guys getting us assistance with records?
Sir, he asked you.
And I
He
told
asked,
him.
no, listen to what I'm saying. He asked you what papers you need.
Right.
You never said.
I was
what.
trying. He kept interrupting
Okay,
because you
what
guys,
paper?
for some reason, are super
Sir,
aggressive.
just come. I know. Just
We're
ask
trying to
the
get
question.
several different things: payroll records, the duty roster for today. We want to inspect. We want to inspect any medication drop off box logs for the last 6 months. There's like a handful of records. So are you
Okay,
a
do
records
have a
clerk?
list? Do you have a list that I can give to them so they can see what they can do? Now I'm a supervisor, but I
Okay.
am not a supervisor over what you're asking.
Okay. So what's your name?
So it does. What do you need? Give me a list.
Well, I just want to know who I'm talking to.
Okay.
So,
Who are you?
I'm somebody that's trying to get records.
Okay, you're not identifying.
You can do that
yourself.
anonymously according to state law.
But you're not
So
identifying
it's your
yourself.
policy to identify yourself. Are you going to violate your policy
Okay.
right now?
Give
So
me
you said you're a
list.
supervisor. What's your
Give
name?
me a list of what you need, and I will.
Are you wearing a
give that
name
to
tag
them.
right now?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
That's it. I'm not.
Okay. It does. Okay. So you are wearing something displaying some kind of visual name.
No, I'm not.
You're not.
No.
Yes, you are. I can see it right there.
That's not a name. That's not a name, sir. That's not a name on there.
I'm talking about your name tag.
Okay, so what? That's my name.
Okay. So you're displaying it and I can't see it. So will you
What
tell
do
me your
you
name?
want?
I want you to identify
Give
yourself.
us the list and we'll give it and provide it.
I
Okay?
just gave you a list.
No, I want it in writing.
I can't
So
write. Will you have somebody come out and write it?
You got your buddy right there.
No, I'm asking for you
No,
guys to
buddy,
service me. And
you
according to the
supervise.
Americans with Disabilities
Well, then I
Act, this is a discrimination.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Oh my God. Maybe a bucket of feces.
Yeah. But, I mean, if they wanted to, this shit it'd be cleaned up the next day. Period. Ain't like they ain't got the funds for it. Or the manpower to get out there.
I guarantee
They
you,
can get out there.
25 officers behind this building right now.
So it's more
I
than that.
guarantee you. I'm talking about just right there.
Yeah.
And they don't want to help us get records. And you see what she just did to him?
Yeah.
Talking about let him do it. I don't write nothing down. He's his own person. I don't do nothing. I don't do that.
There's a specific subsection of the Americans with Disabilities Act that says that they can't require me to have somebody else write down for me, that they have to write it down for me.
Right.
That I can articulate it to them and they have to write it
That
down.
should be all, I mean.
Very simple.
Dude,
I mean,
we would have been gone an hour
She asked for a list. I rattle off a list to
The
her.
copy made has a notebook right there and they pull it out.
Yeah,
Make
what's
a
your
little
date of
notes.
birth? Yes, I know.
Did you get her name,
You
by the way?
know, all you
I don't.
She
I
wouldn't
couldn't
give
get
it.
it. Yeah, it was flipped over. And then she lied to you and said she didn't have a name tag on. And then she
Yeah.
pointed to her badge on her waist. Like, that ain't what we was talking about. You got a lanyard on with
Yeah.
your name tag. I might have to record it. I don't know.
Don't piss them off too much.
Try to get some assistance out here.
I wish I had a damn chair to sit right here.
Run up that bottom of the ditch wall.
I just don't get how hard this is, man.
It's super simple.
I mean, I really don't get how hard this is.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry?
guys have somebody getting records? Yeah. Is that me? Come here. Are you talking to me?
I am not talking to you.
Okay. You have somebody getting
No,
records?
I'm not talking to you.
You have somebody getting records for us? Are you going to identify yourself?
Y'all call up here. Get somebody out here to help us. You keep calling. Call. Don't be all ugly. Y'all know y'all shouldn't do that. Just call up here and tell them all the people are in the chat talking junk about me, especially about what I have. We have been, time or the place. They saw, I think it's free speech on my channel. Free speech. You ain't here to help.
Is that for me? You guys open that up for me?
What's that?
No? Okay. Do you have somebody getting records? Do you have somebody getting records?
Jot down some records, man. That's it.
What kind of records, sir?
I just gave her a list.
Give me what records
All
you
right. Do
need.
you have something to write it down? So it's like several. You ready?
Give me what records you need.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So we need the payroll for the sheriff's department for the year 2019, 2020. We need the duty roster for today, whatever today's date is. We need the uh, number of sheriff's vehicles that you guys have and the annually cost to maintain those.
On what ground?
Are you asking me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, because the public want to know this. It's public information. Okay, we have like probably about 6 more. Okay, so did you get all that?
Got it.
All right. So how long do you think it's going to take to get that put in?
Give us a
Can you
shoot.
say it all back to us? Make sure you got everything.
You can't even spell his name, man. Like,
Sir,
I don't think he got that records request.
Can you tell us? Make sure
You want to spell your name? Identify yourself. D.R. Jones. All right. So what's your rank, D.R. Jones? You have a supervisor? You just don't like being accountable to the public, do you?
No.
Disgusting. Disgusting behavior. Bad servant. Bad. Very bad servant. Very bad. You should be ashamed of yourself.
That's great. That's great. Y'all believe this shit?
D.R. Jones. Anybody get a rank on that guy?
We are John. I think he was just like, he didn't have that. He didn't have that. He's just a different.
We're still wanting assistance. We're trying to get some records. We've been here for like 2 hours. Anybody that can help us with that?
Thanks for having us.
No?
That's why it should be great.
What is it?
Living in the time of a seriously
What is it? He has a hazmat suit? Where is he? Alright, this way? Towards you? There's a guy walking in a hazmat suit. That's awesome. That guy rocks. Yeah. Oh man. They said there's a guy in a hazmat suit over there. That's fucking beautiful. Trying to get service. We've been here for a couple hours. So trying to get service. We're trying to get public records. They're denying access to public records. So they got a lot of stuff to hide, which is I'm guessing why this place was, targeted with red paint to show that
I don't think that.
all the blood on the hands of the police.
I don't think.
You
Why
know.
do you think it done that?
I don't think that.
Why do you think there's red paint on the ground?
Breaking the law, disrespectful. That's what I think.
You know,
Why do you think they did it though?
I know what they're doing.
Okay, tell me.
They're breaking the law. You can't break the
No.
law.
Why,
Regardless of the
why did they do
I
it?
answered the question.
Of course,
Regardless
of course, another bootlegger.
breaking the law.
Thank you.
yeah. So when slavery was legal, like was breaking that law okay, or should everybody follow that law?
That's my opinion.
Yeah. All right.
That's my opinion. I'm entitled to.
Are there any laws that you disagree with? Do you have any laws that you disagree with?
If I do, I vote against it.
Okay. And
How's that work out for you?
I vote.
So
Sometimes it works out. Sometimes
you ask the masters for better treatment on the plantation, you're still gonna get whipped.
that's the system we live in.
Right. And there's a thing called civil disobedience.
I'm allowed to vote.
Are you?
I can vote either way.
Yeah. Are you familiar with civil disobedience?
Sometimes I win and sometimes I lose.
Let me get closer. So we don't have to yell at each other. Do you know? Are you familiar with the concept of civil disobedience?
I really don't want to be filmed, okay? Okay. Okay. I don't want to be
You're
filmed.
actually live to the internet. Me and him both are live on YouTube right now. And that's what you get for speaking up with something you don't know nothing about.
Hello.
Yeah, right back at you, baby. Look at that.
Oh, good.
All right. This thing died on me. Hey, how's your? Have you checked your car recently to make sure you're not getting?
Get a real license.
I got one.
I don't think you do.
I do. I enjoy this.
You got too much time on your hands.
What are you doing then?
I'm here on business.
Okay,
Sorry, dude.
Okay.
see,
Can I
just
just-
because they don't talk to us, that means we're not doing nothing, right? Go in there. Hey, I think her boots need to be shined. Her boots need to be shined. Spit on them. Her boots are dirty.
Oh man.
Yeah, hey, go down there and kiss them, man. Her boots are dirty. Puck her up.
Oh man. Somebody said that you owe him some lip service. They paid you 10 pesos.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah. Just,
10 pesos.
yeah.
What the hell?
I don't know. It just came across on my live.
People hold cameras, walking in the building, slap full of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Catching people from every angle. Yeah.
No. So
Does that boot taste good? How does it taste? You like it, don't you? Huh? Boot looks good, y'all. 149 people think you get some good boot.
are you familiar with civil disobedience, sir?
I'd love to talk to you, but I'm not going to talk to this.
All right.
No,
Hey,
tell me
let
I'm not
me
talking to you.
let me have a chat with him, bro.
Hey, chat away, man. Chat away.
As long as he's around, I'd be glad to talk to
Think
him.
his camera's going?
Well, I'm sure it is. He's a little more civilized and educated than you are.
You're civil.
Yeah.
Is that how it is? You
I-
flip me off.
Well,
That makes you
why'd I
civil.
do that? Why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? Is that worse than doing this? Is that worse than doing
Are you
this?
civil for flipping me off? Think about it. You call me, you say I'm not civil,
You're not.
but you flip me off.
You're not.
So you think that's
And if you
civil.
think you're doing any good doing this, you're out of
We're
your
not
mind.
doing no good. We're not holding our government accountable. Just because you leak boots on me, we got
Why don't you just vote?
Hey, I don't
Vote.
vote because it don't do no good.
Vote. Vote.
Right. That's why I was trying to talk to you about civil disobedience.
What I'm saying though, if you don't
Yeah.
like the system here, you move to another country,
So you vote so
which most people in the world can't do.
move to another country.
Yeah. So, are you familiar with like the civil rights movement in the 60s and 70s? So, civil disobedience is, a long-standing practice to get change. When the vote doesn't count, when you try to have meetings at the council meetings and they don't listen to you, right? Then you do something like it was illegal to sit down in diners for people of darker skin, right? What they do? They broke the law. They broke the discrimination
Well,
law.
I don't believe in that. That's terrible. I agree
Right.
with you. I agree
So
with
that's what we're doing. There's
But
there's
to go to
equal.
the other extreme is not getting anything done.
Right. We're not doing anything extreme. We're trying to simply have dialogue and expose the corruption that they're doing, the stuff that's discriminatory against people with disabilities, against other people and that are disenfranchised. And this is the kind of response that we get. So do you think that what they're doing is right?
I don't know enough to comment on that. I really don't.
Okay.
But I'm saying I don't think that's necessary.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I don't know enough to say what's right and what's wrong.
What do you think? What's necessary?
Why all the red paint?
Oh yeah, we didn't have anything to do with
At
that.
5:45 tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. What if I can't make it?
Fine. What do you need? Lane.
Because I'm working all day tomorrow.
Okay.
Can I come Thursday?
Thursday might be available. I'll check. Okay.
Thanks.
Here, you can have your license.
Thank you.
All right. Give me a second.
Yeah, I didn't have anything to do with the paint. I'm here to get records,
No,
and
I
they're
understand.
not. Yeah.
I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
I just question the method. That's all.
Well,
That's all that I question.
we go and we
But you would probably support those people more than you would my point of view.
what people?
That's through all the paint. That's through all the paint. That's through all the.
Well,
paint.
so when you're treated like this, or if you have loved ones that were beaten or shot or killed by the police when they didn't do anything illegal, they didn't do anything criminal, then you try to get response, you try to get redress, you try to get even relief from the courts, and that fails.
But who's deciding?
What response
But
do you think is acceptable?
Isn't the court system decide whether they did something wrong or not?
And the courts are corrupt. The courts are in collusion with the
They're
police.
all corrupt.
Ah,
There are no real criminals there.
so have you ever spoken to like a defense attorney about the system?
No.
All right, try it. Try call up a defense attorney and ask them if they have faith in the system that the courts are about justice or that they're about truth. It's really about who can make a better argument and procedurally like win. It's like it's a battle. It's not about truth or justice, And you talk to lawyers across the country, they'll tell you the same thing. So you tell me, is that a system that you want to back, or you actually believe that it should be about truth and justice?
If I don't want to back it, I won't
Yeah.
vote. I won't vote for the laws that are passed in this country.
But that is not getting anywhere. That's not getting the change.
Because
We're getting
most
further and
people-
further
most
from
people-
freedom.
Because most people agree with the policies. So
No, actually-
so hold on. So the majority votes for those procedures and those processes.
The
And that's why it
majority,
becomes law,
that's not
right?
true, sir. The majority of people do not vote, right?
But the ones that do.
Right. So the majority of people have opted out of the system. The majority of people have said, you know what, this is insane.
There you go.
That's Thursday.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks a
No
lot.
problem.
Yeah. So the majority of the people say this is insane to beg, the masters to change something when they keep doing stuff to trample people. And so that's why
But
most
if you're
people
not
don't
going to
vote.
vote, how can you complain about the results?
There's other ways of changing it. Doing it through the system will not work. That's
Well,
like
what
this.
else is available right now? This?
Yeah, this is peaceful. Like even this, even though I didn't do the paint stuff, that's a peaceful protest, right? Some people advocate killing cops. Some people advocate burning and blowing up stuff. I don't advocate violence. Some people do, and I can understand that perspective. Because if you go back to the history with the American Revolution, the redcoats were the law enforcement agents of the king, and there's only three. Okay, so then how is that representing you?
Because nobody's going to be 100% nobody's going to agree 100% with anything.
Right.
If you change the laws exactly the way you want them, there'd still be a lot of people that wouldn't agree that they're being spent.
Okay, so if you think that we should have a system of governance or a system to try to make society work smoothly, do you think that is a few hundred years old, as it's laid out with the Constitution and
Well, it's
everything?
really not 200 years old. There's been provisions in the
Sure,
law.
I understand, but the basis of it, where you have representatives go to D.C., right, go to the state capitol, that's because
I have
what
no
they
problem
didn't
with
have
that.
cars,
I have
right?
no
They
problem
didn't
with
have roads.
Protest is everybody's right.
No, hold on. I'm trying to get to your point of representation. Like the reason it was set up is because people couldn't get on a device and talk to somebody that was thousands of miles
I
away,
agree.
right? They didn't have telephones,
I agree.
wired telephones.
I agree.
But now in this day and age, where we have that, does that system of quote representation make sense? When you can represent yourself, right? You could have direct representation, and you're not paying for anything that you don't want to pay
My
for.
final point is I have no problem with peaceful protest.
Yeah,
But if you're going to destroy some man's property that had nothing to do with what you're angry about,
I agree with you there. Yeah,
that's my only point. Does this get any more mileage or anything else done?
what is what?
The paint, the red paint.
I think it does. I think so.
Okay.
So, and here's why. Because
You can't even get in here even though the red paint's on.
I nothing to do with that. Again.
But I'm saying, you say you think it does.
Yeah.
So you're saying the people that threw the red paint?
I think it brought attention to the narrative of what's going on.
I agree, but then
And
negative
so-
attention, negative.
Well, attention's attention. Some people say there's no bad press, right? So, in the civil rights movement, with some of the civil rights leaders, people were doing protests. People were trying to
People
make
are
change,
less likely,
and they needed more attention.
I understand.
Yeah.
People are less likely to listen when they see this. Somebody that might consider your point of view.
Maybe.
Let me just finish.
Yeah.
Are less likely to listen to this.
No, I hear you.
That's all I'm saying.
But the opposite side of that is that maybe some people need a visual representation to actually get them to look and listen. Does that make sense?
It's not working.
I think that there are a lot of people that are opting out of the system. A lot of people that are saying, "Hey, this is nonsense, and we need to change it." And we've tried changing it. We've tried changing it the way through representation, and that doesn't work.
But there's always been a lot of people that have opted out and opted out.
Yeah.
It evolves. You know what
I
I'm
hear
saying?
you. Yeah.
It evolves, and there are people that all of a sudden evolved further to the right, and there are people that evolve further to the left. But not everybody's going one way. That's what I'm saying. And what happens is the mix, though it might be different people, percentage-wise, are going to be the same.
Yeah.
And all this does is validate somebody who's way over to the right, validates their concerns about the left or the protesting. It validates it. Why would you do anything to validate it? Why would you burn somebody's business down and ask them to support your cause?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I agree with you there. Like personal property and stuff.
Kneeling for the flag at a sports event, I think it's ridiculous.
But what do you think the flag stands for?
The flag stands for a lot of different things. A lot of different things.
I mean, it's a symbol, right?
It's a symbol it's a symbol of sacrifice. It's a symbol of freedom.
Well, I mean, it's an actual symbol itself, right? It's a physical symbol, and it has representations. It has things on it that mean things, right?
I think everybody has a different opinion on what the flag means. I think.
Well, the makers, like I said, there's stars and stripes.
Well, if you want a dictionary interpretation.
Yeah, the literal what does.
I don't know what that means, but I know it doesn't matter to me.
Well, there's 50 stars. You know what the stars represent, right?
The American flag triggers certain feelings in me. I'm sure it triggers some people hate. It triggers different feelings for me. I think kneeling at a sporting event against the American flag, again, all that serves to do is take people that might want to consider your point of view and turn them off.
So if you're saying that a symbol is up to everybody to interpret it however they want, then it means it has no meaning itself.
Yeah. Well, no, it has a different meaning to everybody.
Okay, but it has an actual meaning. Like there's 50 stars. You probably know what the 50 stars.
If you go to church, let's say you go to church. There were very religious people, some religious people, people that aren't very religious, and it's based on the interpretation of people that go to church, how far they want to buy into that. But it doesn't mean you can't go to church.
You're talking about belief.
Once a month instead of every Sunday.
No, that's belief. But we're talking about symbols. Like if somebody makes a symbol, then to understand what the meaning of the symbol is, you ask whoever made it, right? That makes sense? The flag is a symbol, and it has symbols on it. The 50 stars, I'm sure you know the 50 stars represent the 50 states,
so
yeah?
Why kneel during the
I'll tell you. The 13 stripes represent the 13 colonies, right? So that's it. It's stars and stripes. That's the only symbols. Some people have speculated about the red, white, and blue, that they mean different things. The original creators, they said there was no meaning associated with the colors. So all we have are stars represent states, stripes represent colonies. And colonies, like the whole idea of colonization, is an empirical idea. It's where you expand your empire through force, through violence, through conquest, through going to some other people's territory, killing them, and stealing their land, like the people did to the natives, right? So they're literally symbolic. The flag symbolizes conquest. It symbolizes an empirical ideal of might makes right. If you want the land, kill the people, take the land, and make it a state. That's the symbols on the flag.
I can agree to disagree.
But you understand? That's the literal symbols.
I do understand. Doesn't mean that I don't agree. I do understand.
And I was in the military, so I was part of that empire. I went and I killed people. I went and did some stuff and expand.
Thank you for your service.
Well, I don't. For killing people? Like, how did me killing people help you? How did me?
I didn't know you killed anybody. You said you were in the service. Doesn't necessarily mean you killed anybody.
Yeah, me killing people in Iraq.
I thank you for your service. That's all I want to say. Whatever you did there, you volunteered. There was no draft. You volunteered.
I thought I was.
You
know, I probably thought I was volunteering for the ideals, like you're trying to say, like freedom and the American way, and life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, right? But that's not what we did. What we did was expand empirical territory.
I'm going to just say thank you for your service and have a good day.
I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you for talking with me.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll give you a card if you want to, check out some of the stuff that we do, and if you want to email me, we have a discussion. But I appreciate you, man. Yeah, you have a good one. All right. Well, I think I'm done here. What do you think? I don't think they're going to come out and actually have a supervisor take any records requests.
Hey, go find some more boots you can lick.
The one that came to the door with a clipboard and
Yeah.
paper on it.
Yeah.
Seemed like they easily wrote down.
They could have been done it. They could have done it 2 hours ago.
All right. I think we're going to move on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get some lunch.
Yeah, we gotta do something. We gotta go eat.
All
All right.
right.
You got the bang out.
All right, guys. So this is again Wake County Sheriff's Office. They are preventing access to public records. They've gotten physical a few times, closing the door on us, hitting us with the elbows and shoulders, and kicking my white cane. They've actually kicked that out a few times, a few different people, and we've been trying to get names of people. Not too successful. But if you want to redress grievances, this is the Wake County Sheriff's Office, and so far we don't even know if they've accepted or are processing my records request. So thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for more. We'll be in Raleigh, checking up on government. So peace and love, everybody. Dave Crystal Lee Bear.
Oh, no, no, no.